Hello, dear friends. Social networks are talking a lot about this project with more than 30,000 comments. I'm not going to take sides, but to report on this movement. Opinion piece Project 2025. Driven by social media. Donald Trump injured in 1 year. Baba Vanga also talked about 2025. Life has become increasingly surrealist. Last-ditch attempt to start Armageddon. Let's start. Young content creators are promoting the message of Project 2025 to reform the behavior of politicians. In total, more than 30,000 posts have been touched Project 2025 on TikTok. Its goal is to restore the family, dismantle the totalitarian state, defend the sovereignty and borders of each nation, and ensure individual God-given rights to live in freedom. Project 2025, also known as the Presidential Transition Project, is an anti-globalist policy plan proposed by the Heritage Foundation to reshape the federal government in the event of a Republican Party victory in the next presidential election. This project aims to create a comprehensive plan to apply regenerative policies effectively and quickly from the first day of a new administration. The project draws up a detailed set of proposals that address areas such as economy, security, energy, health, and education. It proposes structural changes to the functioning of government to make it more effective and aligned by reducing the size of the executive branch and eliminating regulations that are considered unnecessary. It is also intended to establish a clear and effective communication strategy to generate more public support. Although Project 2025 was supported by several organizations, Republican candidate Donald Trump has tried to publicly distance himself from the plan due to the controversy it has generated. According to experts, Trump's attempt to distance himself from Project 2025 is due to his recognition that the plan's extreme proposals could harm his electoral chances. Trump prefers to maintain a more moderate profile to attract undecided voters. Prophecies. Baba Vanga prophesied the end of times in 2025 with a conflict in Europe, the melting of the polar ice caps in 2033, and the first contract in 2130, which contradicts the prophecies of other less famous seers. However, it is important to note that there are not written records of Baba Vanga's predictions during his lifetime, and many of those attributed to her today are dubious authenticity. According to Benjamin Fulford, they want to make one last attempt to start Armageddon. Several sources say that this event would be scheduled for August, but this last attempt would fail because the majority would not join the plan. However, they confirm that some type of viral event will occur to scare everyone, but without damage. If there is an ET show this summer, break out the popcorn and treat it to entertainment. Fulford adds that the Japanese imperial family visited the UK at the end of June to sign documents related to a new rainbow currency. For its part, the coalition proposes issuing $100 trillion backed by gold to help sustain a new multipolar world system. A Shanghai Cooperation Organization summit last week said that tectonic shifts are taking place in world politics the economy, and other spheres of international relations. Turkish President Erdogan hinted at it when he noted that certain Western powers seem determined to turn the Ukrainian conflict into a total world war. In quotes. He added that he hopes peace prevails despite this. In a sign that he is working to achieve a peace deal in his own country, Turkish offices are under attack in northern Syria, and Turkish workers and military personnel are leaving this area. In another sign that the Middle East is taking action, Iran's president-elect is working with the coalition. Europe says that the EU faces paralysis. Germany, Hungary, and most of Eastern Europe have agreed to join to the new Eurasian Security Agreement, as well to which North Korea, Mongolia, and India. Additionally, Europe now gets most of its gas from special Russian tankers passing through the Arctic. The tanker Yakov Gakel travels back and forth between Siberia and Europe during winter and summer, and it is part of the explanation why the continent never ran out of gas. More than 2 dozen bishops issued statements attesting to Archbishop Vigano's credibility, including some of the current leaders of the Episcopal Conference. A real revelation from the Vatican about visitors from the stars is also expected. Apparently, they have contact with entities from other dimensions whom they called by names such as angels, demons, and genies. It would be good if this topic were made known. Geopolitics. The power struggle is coming to a head this summer. Trump is shot in the ear at a Pennsylvania rally. He was grazed by a bullet and 2 people died, including the shooter. Elon Musk endorses Trump shortly after he was injured. Musk donates to a group working to elect Donald Trump. The EU offered X a secret censorship deal to avoid fines, and Elon Musk rejected it. Russia is taking seriously Donald Trump's promise to end the Ukraine conflict. Russia wants Europe that it could be touched if it agrees to deploy missiles. South Africa wants to manage the supply of liquefied natural gas from Russia. Russia and Iran, take a big step to lift OPEC gas and dominate an increasingly important market. India returned 100 tons of gold from British banks to Russia. Armed conflict and floods dragged the Democratic Republic of the Congo into a health catastrophe. US and British warplanes launched retaliatory strikes against Yemen. Science and technology. The James Webb Telescope captures a meeting of 2 galaxies in an unusual way. The best fifth-generation fighters worldwide are the Lockheed Martin Boeing F-22 Raptor, the F-35 Lightning II, the Sukhoi Su-57, and the Chengdu J-20 Mighty Dragon. Curious. John Lear claims to have witnessed advanced holograms that look surprisingly real. This technology could be used to stage a fake alien attack. North Pole. The northern lands are as mysterious and protected as Antarctica. Modern maps show a blank expanse in the area, but historical maps tell a different story, showing not only land but also inhabited areas. Eric Hecker has shed light on the secret technology being developed and tested by the military-industrial complex, particularly in the enigmatic expanse of Antarctica, He suggests that these operations align with the suppressed metaphysical principles of Nikola Tesla. Elon Musk sat down with Joe Rogan to question whether we might be living in a simulation. Life has become increasingly surreal since 2020 due to the influence of advanced technologies and changes in our collective consciousness. Europe, BASF, the largest chemical consortium of the world, continues to close plants in Germany. Sweden's withdrawal from the Nord Stream investigation points to suspicion. Grandparents in Sweden receive parental benefits for caring for their grandchildren. Cancelling North Sea oil tenders could cost London millions. Spain. Electric grid cuts off supply to the industry for the second time this year due to the risk of blackout. Felipe González regrets that democracy is in decline in a difficult time. Cruise ships anticipate a record summer and are willing to collaborate on the limits of tourism. Americas. Houston, Houston residents enter the sixth day without electricity. Milei will meet with Anna Botín in the US. Warned that millions of sheep are at risk due to the cold wave in Argentina. Thousands of migrants flood the Darien Gap for fear that the new Panamanian president will block the key route to the US. At least 200 crocodiles crawled to the cities after heavy rains that hit northern Mexico near Texas. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.